1%.
Oh, never mind. That's good then.
Ideally, you have 0, right?
Yeah, sure, but so RSY is now checking the patch notes apparently in order to decide what civ he wants to play against Chusik's Ottomans.
Oh, apparently that this Chusik person is an old player who is used to the RE meta.
Yeah, Chusik.
So someone in
Chusik,
chat pointing that out.
yeah, Chusik used to be a very high-rated player, and especially I think in the Nilla days he was very good, and also at the start of Asian dynasties. But then he kind of left, I think, and now he's back. So he's gonna show that Ottoman is still very good, hopefully.
Hopefully. Do you not have faith in him, or?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. We have to see.
Okay. Ooh,
I think
Manchuria.
it's actually a pretty close matchup, maybe, because well, Chusik is an old pro, maybe a little bit rusty. RSY, of course, also capable of playing pretty well, being a captain.
This is one of my favorite maps, actually, in the ESOC map pool.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. And of course, a lot of cows for India, so that's good. And also
I like
some
it because
wood
it has
treasure.
water.
Ah, yeah. Well, we'll see if either of the players decide
actually,
to use the water.
People have been testing out both India and Ottoman on water with the current patch water changes, so who knows? But we do have in the top right of the map, in the color teal, as the Ottomans, Chusik, while his opponent in the color red in the bottom left side of the map, as the Indians, RSY. Are the hunts okay?
Yeah, let's check. It's laggy.
Hunts seem okay?
Yes.
I'm not sure what we can do about the lag, though. I did see some people going yellow in the lobby.
Yeah, I saw RSY yellow, but...
Yeah, I saw RSY yellow as well. And I'm not sure what we can do about that.
Hopefully we'll
Do you know where these people are from?
Chusik, I think, is from... I don't know. Switzerland, Germany? I don't know. RSY is, I think, from India.
Oh! So we have 3 Europeans and someone in India. Okay.
Yeah.
That would definitely explain some of the lag issues. And I don't think that's something we can resolve.
No. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. Obviously, Ottoman taking trading post. Quite standard. And RSY has already found 50 wood treasures, so that's really nice for India. It's a small early game boost for them. It's a coin start, by the way, so that sucks a little bit for India. Of course, India likes a wood start a lot better.
Oh, for sure. I mean, most civs prefer wood starts, don't they?
Yeah, most civs, but especially India with the villagers costing wood.
Yeah.
It's gonna slow them down a little bit at the start. Oh shit.
Whoa, RSY swearing on stream.
Oh, he forgot to build a house. Okay. Yeah, RSY.
Yeah, he's prepared, man. Checking the patch notes, forgetting to build a house.
Although he does find this 85 wood, so that's really good.
Pretty nice.
If you can pick it up, that's kind of makes up for the coin crate, right? Well, the coin crate instead of the wood crate that you ideally want.
Not a single water card.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
We do have my second favorite card in the game and list irregulars in the India deck, though.
Okay, yeah, but let's see if he really needs to use it. It's actually quite an interesting matchup. I never know what to do this matchup with India, like, because you can play a bit passive, but then Ottoman maybe can age up and do some weird stuff, and you also cannot really play aggressive. So it's kind of an awkward matchup for India, in my opinion. But we'll have to see what RSY chooses to do. Really curious.
Every time I lock onto an explorer, he stops moving. Ah, there we go. But yeah, Chusik aging up really quickly.
Yeah, and look at this. His explorer is standing next to the TP as if he wants to take another one. So maybe he's gonna go with 2 trading posts here.
Do you think it's a stagecoach build at this point if he takes that second trade post?
Yeah, it could be, but he's a little bit unlucky with trading post spawn because there's only 3. I think it's also possible that you get like 2 in the north and two
in the back of your base. I mean, the advantage of this one is that he can get 3 trade posts in one line, which you can't on the other spawn.
Yeah, that's true, but this one's maybe a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if you can safely take it. We'll have to see.
As Ottoman, I think you can.
Yeah, maybe he can. And we see the aggro for in base for India, so he's going to play probably a little bit more boomy defensive, trying to stall the game out.
If you look at the eco units, you can see he has 9 yaks as opposed to 1 from Ottomans. So he knows if this game goes long, he is up like what, 5,000 food.
Yeah, that's of course because you have 2 explorers as India, and Ottoman also needs to make that trading post. So yeah, then obviously you have a big advantage in finding those yaks early on, which is a very nice XP boost for India.
Ottoman does scout in-base agra. Let's take a look at market upgrades. Civil sermons coming up for India, and no market to speak of for the Ottomans.
There we go, 2 vills. They are making a barracks. So he's probably gonna apply some pressure on India here. It's a barracks, by the way, so we might see the artillery foundry going up as well. So just the classic Jan Avis. Old school Ottoman play by Chusik as expected.
No stagecoach upgrade just yet, and I do believe we can't see it in text being researched for some reason on the UI. Or maybe it's on text completed, you can't see it. Where is that proxy Rex? And RSY knows it. And I think this scouts it as well. Yeah, he definitely sees it now. Oh, and the artillery foundry as well. So RSY fully aware of what the Ottoman player is doing here. I keep looking, and yeah, there's the stagecoach. And his explorer is in position and does take the 3rd trade post. Yeah. So at this point, the Ottoman player is actually ahead in eco because of these trade posts.
Yeah, and he's also going to be able to apply some pressure soon. So India basically needs to defend and like stall the game out, not get damaged too much, and then in the long run he will probably win. But it's going to be tough for him in the early game.
Thank you for all the donations, by the way. There should be a pop-up when they do happen. I hear it in my headset, so I don't know who it is because I can't see it myself. I need a second monitor for that, but thank you very much. Anyway, let's see. We do just have, indeed, Jan Abus coming out. Very, very standard. Ottoman, I think, is an understatement. But, oh, some stuttering going on here. Enlist irregulars, straight up second shipment, colonial militia, basically.
Then the enlist irregular.
And the Ottoman player, actually, I like the shipment order. You have the 700 wood to develop infrastructure, and then there's double coin shipment, all other villagers on food, just pump out stuff. I do have to wonder what that trade post is on, though.
I don't know, you could probably see in a second when the pass comes. So yeah, the Gurkha is a kind of logical choice, but he really needs to be careful because those Avis guns, of course, they do so much damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll just kill
let's see. Okay, so Eco is again in favor of the India player now because he is just, you know, that far ahead in villagers that the trade posts don't quite make up for it, especially with these above average market upgrades.
Yeah, and he also has the second wood trickle as well. So,
yeah, the foreign logging. Also... Well, that's recalculated, so I'm keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's a nice eco boost for him. So he's now ahead in eco, but of course he still needs to survive all these Janissaries and Avis guns that are pushing at his base. But the
that's a
enlist irregular shipment is going to help him for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Apparently it's really laggy, but
yeah, I mean, if he thinks it's unplayable, he does have to let that know so he can contact an admin.
Losing another Vil. He lost 2 Vils actually here at the aggro fort.
Yeah, that's definitely painful. Then again, I mean, Chusik is also just losing a lot of resources worth of stuff here. 3 Hussar shipment coming out for the Ottoman player.
Chusik going all out on the attack now.
I should probably have the aggro fort a bit better inside for the health bar. Yeah, I don't think he can keep fighting under this under this aggro fort and this town center. It's just too much damage with enlisted regulars. Would you mind if enlisted regulars affected all defensive buildings and not just the town center? That aggro fort would be insane. Oh, another villager going down. Oh wait, no, that was a Gurkha. Never mind.
No, that was a Gurkha. He should probably target the Abyss guns with this town center if he can. He's doing that now. He doesn't have his consulate up yet, so he cannot pop the Ottoman Minutemen.
Yeah, that would be very nice if he could. He does have the big batch of enlisted regulars, of course.
Yeah, there we go. This is a really good fight, actually. One of the best he could have hoped for.
Ooh, and the Spearmen Minutemen are actually onto the Abyss guns.
Yeah, Chusik was kind of overcommitted there. Maybe pushing in a little bit too far.
Was that the big Minutemen pop or the small one? I think it was the big one, right?
Yeah, I think so. There was a lot of Minutemen. Now all the Abyss guns are gone.
It was 14 militia, or sentry, or whatever they're called. Definitely
that's actually a nice micro there by RSY, just cleaning up all the Abyss guns. Only Janissaries left now.
So yeah, and that is not a unit composition you want to push into a town center aggro fort with.
Yeah, and he's now chasing these Janissaries, trying to get some more kills. But he's in range of them, unfortunately, so he's gonna lose some Gurkhas as well.
The Ottoman player did catch up in eco, though, although he has no market upgrade, so not quite there yet. But the eco is not as in favor of the India player as the calculator would make it seem. And at some point, the India player will run out of these coin mines.
We see
I mean, not anytime soon, but oh wow, that is a lot of infrastructure. Yeah, 600 wood into just double stable and some houses. Double stable is interesting. There's a lot of Janissaries on the field. I guess maybe he wants the Zamaraks.
Was that a mistake, or does he really want... Yeah, it seems like he really wants 2 stables up. I'm not sure if he can afford to produce from 2 stables already, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think he at least needs tier 2 coin and maybe Imperial Bureaucracy to really be able to afford this. Or a couple more minutes of villager production, of course. That seems basically the same.
Back on the villagers from the Ottoman consulate. So he got the Ottoman consulate, which also gives him the option to send some Minutemen from the Ottoman consulate. So that's nice. For the next push could be really handy.
Oh, the Ottoman player actually adding in Cav of his own here. I do like that. Cav is really strong. I sent the wrong Minutemen there. Yeah, that does sometimes happen as the Asian civs.
Yeah, I have it too, yeah, that you choose the wrong Minutemen.
Yeah, the sentries are the melee ones, the irregulars are the ranged ones. Of course, you know, when you're in a panic and you're just clicking the button, you might not have time to look at the name, but...
Yeah, they're the Zambaraks. He got out a batch of 7, it seemed. So that second stable paying off a little bit, getting 2 extra Zambaraks out.
Oh, even Camel Attack.
Yeah, he sent Camel Attack as well.
Is Camel Attack better than Desert Terror? I guess it is, because the Camel Attack also affects other units, whereas the Desert Terror only affects the multiplier. Oh, and he's actually going to start taking down these stagecoach TPs.
Yeah, and Chusik is trying to prevent it, but he's a little bit too far away, maybe. Is he gonna make it? He could maybe catch all the units.
Yeah, and it seems like RSY isn't actually going to risk it. He just falls back. He doesn't want to take the risk.
He realized it and he goes back. But now, Chusik is also going back and he decides, oh, then I can just teach it again. Oh, by the way, we missed a raid, I think. Or at least an attempt at a raid.
Yeah, there's only the 2 villagers lost from RSY.
Yeah, and I think that was a batch of 6 more Zambaraks, if I'm not mistaken. So he has quite a few now, but those Abyss guns, how is he gonna deal with those? It's gonna be tough.
Town center fire.
Yeah, he needs another trap like the previous one.
Yeah, he does have the Ottoman Minutemen and the irregular batch still. So that military population could easily increase by like 30. Well, not 30, I think like 20.
Yeah, the aggro fort is also quite a bit of damage with the area.
Yeah, this is going to go down here though.
Yep. He did get the Gurkha badge out in time. That's nice.
This does mean he needs another barracks. He can't sustain on just 2 stables.
Oh, pay attention, RSY. He's losing a lot of units here. It's a bit unfortunate. Lost 5 Gurkhas there, and more, even more if he's not careful. Yeah, he realizes.
Oh, he actually...
This is a scary push though from Chusik. Look at all those units.
Especially since he doesn't have the melee Minutemen left. He needs to call Minutemen here.
There come the...
Where are they? Where are they? Oh, okay, that's the small batch. Where's the big one?
It's only 4. Maybe also the Ottoman Minutemen. Can he afford those? Yes, he
has
can.
170 export. Where's the big Minutemen pop?
There
there
they
are.
There it is. Maybe a little bit too late.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he could afford it earlier.
And that's all his Minutemen batches, except the Ottoman consulate ones. And he needs to get a barracks up, and soon. He can't produce any infantry at the moment.
Yeah, but his eco is definitely... Look at how many economic unit population he has.
Yeah, that barracks is not going to go up. The Ottoman player is going to see that and go like, delicious. There's Desert Terror, but that doesn't do anything at the moment unless he gets Sowars out and lets them connect with the Abyss guns. Can this barracks go up? It really needs to go up. Okay, there we go. He can start making more Gurkha now. But yeah, he's actually kind of struggling for coin at the moment. He only has 300 left in this mine and 400 in the front mine, so... At some point he needs to be able to push out of his base, and I don't see him doing that. Oh, nice pick up on a couple of Janissaries in the back there. Let's take a look at the villagers. Yeah, he lost 7 more villagers.
Chusik is just deciding to stay on the 25 villagers. He's not gonna make a mosque. Yeah. He just doesn't care. He thinks 25 villagers is enough.
I mean, like, the Ottoman player has lost more than the India player, but I just don't see how the India player can ever get access to coin after this mine. I mean,
that's a problem.
There's a gold mine in the back here, I guess, but do you make a castle to defend that?
Yeah, at some point India needs to get out of his base, because obviously his resources are going to run out. He's on his last hunt there as well.
He does still have the 600 coin shipment, though.
Yeah, but look at Chusik is already guarding this, I think. He's just, and this is guarded by the trading post kind of, so he knows at some point RSY needs to
oh, Tiger Claws.
Go out. Yeah, Tiger Claws. Those could be interesting, but they're also a lot better when they pop out over TC.
Yeah, definitely.
They take so much damage from these units before they can even attack, so... Not sure.
Well, imagine if those had popped out in that previous fight together with the big Minutemen batch at like a good time.
That would be crazy.
The Ottoman player is running out of shipments, team, though, at least, so that is something that the India player has going for him. The Tiger Claws do get a decent connection here. The Ottoman Minutemen are being called upon.
Yeah, this is actually one of the best fights RSY could hope for.
Oh, the Hussars coming in from the flank here, but the Zamarags do spot it and they immediately change. Yeah, these Hussar are not going to get very much done. That being said, the Tiger Claws have been dealt with. And now it's just Gurkha against Janabis, but there's still plenty of Minutemen. And yeah, I do think the India player actually wins this fight. And if he does this, he breaks free. And yeah, you can see him immediately pulling villagers towards his mine. He knows that the Ottoman player invested everything into this fight on the right side of his base. So using this time to get as much coin as possible from that mine. He does also need hunts, though.
Chusik also running out of resource crates to send. Obviously, that's what all those eco is mostly about, like sending crates, massing up units, but he just used 600 food.
Yeah.
So he does have quite a few resources left, though. So
actually, judging by this distribution, do you think he might be planning to age if he cancels a couple of those units? It doesn't seem like he will, but do you think he should?
Maybe it's a better plan to just like force RSY off hunts, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't age in this situation. It's a bit risky, I guess.
We do see 4 sours for India here, and I do think that's also India's final, like, muscle shipment. He still has the melee upgrade and the 600 coin, I believe, and that's it. Then he has to ship the mill upgrade. Some villagers being picked off here by the Zamoraks.
Yeah.
Oh, but we do see the same happening in the back for the India player.
He might catch this army. Oh, yeah, he's
look at these cavalry catching the Abas. That's really nice. Light artillery hit points being shipped for Ottoman. The player is going to lose a lot of villagers here, but at this point he can afford it, I think. He just needs to not lose the game.
Yeah, it's so close.
Oh, these sours kind of getting wrecked by the Janissaries, though. And let's not forget, the India player is completely out of Minutemen. He's used Ottoman. Yeah. He's used both matches from the town center. There is not a single Minuteman left.
No more tricks.
The only thing that could still happen is gardeners from the consulate. Oh wow, there is some serious lag going on here.
Yeah, I noticed it too. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Have there been any more market upgrades? No, India still in the exact same market upgrades, and Ottoman still without a market. So yeah, India is just really far ahead in eco here. He just needs to keep holding on. Make sure he doesn't get bullied away from the resources, and then he can win this game. And I like how he's transitioning into a more mobile Cav army, so that he can start harassing the Ottoman player, now that the Ottoman player has to also leave the base to do anything. Ottoman can't sustain this fight on just the 3 trade post eco. They need some amount of natural resources. So having a mobile army is nice for that.
It's so smart to go after Ottoman's fills here, because if Chusiks go over here, it's pretty much over. Because a straight up fight, RSY will just lose a straight up fight. But he's now distracting Chusik's army to chase him all over the map so he can gather freely. So that's a really smart play.
Oh, this one Gurkha is so obnoxious in the back.
At some point, Chusik will probably realize that next to his own trading post, the whole eco of RSY is located.
I hope for his sake he notices it, because if he doesn't... Oh, look at this smart house placement, actually. It will just know immediately when Chusik decides to go for those villagers. He needs to pull those back now. Or send his army towards there.
Yeah, I'm impressed in... RSY is playing this really, really well. He's holding on really, really well. If he had pulled
back a bit earlier, he might have gotten away with it. Yeah, it was just in vision range for the Hussars. A decent lot of them will get away here still. Oh, I think he actually pulled them somehow. That's pretty brilliant.
And he's now sieging all the infrastructure of the Ottoman. So he can also trap all the units that come out of it, but he doesn't notice these 5 gens.
For the first time in a very long time, the India player is ahead in military. Oh, never mind, some units popped out. Oh, but it's...
He can catch them, though.
Really exposed, yeah.
He does. Yeah, he finds them.
Oh, 5 Abas guns. That really hurts.
But at the same time, he's not gathering at the moment. Like, he has a lot of villagers, but they're all at his town centers.
You know, he has actually 1,000 wood at this moment. Do you just put down a rice paddy?
Yeah, maybe. It's better than not gathering.
Yeah, I mean, like, the 1,000 wood you can't really spend at the moment, right? I guess you could build, like, a couple of houses, but that's still a lot of wood. So I actually like just having a rice paddy here. Even if you don't gather from it yet, you have the option to gather from it when your villagers do need to fall back. Instead, he just used up 5 villagers.
It's so close all the time.
Yeah.
Chusik is so close to, like, knocking RSY over the edge, but he cannot quite do it, and RSY is holding on very, very, very well with some very good plays. So I'm definitely very
some
impressed.
of the gas might get caught here, though.
Yeah, that's bad. Lost 4, almost 5 units for free. He says it too.
Even more.
Yeah, even more units.
Yeah, and with no more Minutemen left, it's actually really important that he doesn't lose units for free. If he loses too many, he can't win fights anymore. And I think Chusik at this point is actually out of shipments. He still has the church card, and that's it.
Yeah, does that even do anything? I don't know.
In Cologne... Wait, is it a church? I think it's a church card, right? Yeah, it's a church card. I don't think it does anything in Colonial for Ottomans, no.
Yeah, he's also not sending this shipment, so I'm pretty sure he's just...
Ooh, some Ottoman units getting caught here, though.
Yeah, that's a good catch there for RSY. Making up for those units he lost earlier. And he's also catching some villagers
yeah,
here.
that's really nice.
But I don't really know if it matters that much. Ottoman loses a couple of vills. And at the north side, there's some Indian villagers trying to flee from...
and this is so smart, actually. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten the health upgrade yet from the market.
Another catch, 5 gens.
Yeah, I think at this point, India is in a leading position.
Yeah, India is doing really well, and he's getting some good trades now, but he's gonna lose
Ottoman hasn't eaten this yak yet. That's a bit of a shame. These yaks are definitely fully fattened. Although then again, he has plenty of food at the moment, so...
And another raid on the mine here. Getting in between the town center and the mine. Probably gonna kill 3 vills. Maybe 4? All 4 are dead. So Ottoman now at 15 vills. That's not a lot.
No, definitely not. I do think that the India player needs to send a couple of units to siege down this training post, like a couple of sepoy, you know, just...
Another catch. 5 Aegis guns going down.
Oh. And this is, of course, the downside to...
yeah, and Chusik now realizing it, that he's actually very far behind. And he resigns. Yeah.
Yeah, the Miniman card is pretty good, it turns out. Well, you know,
also
if you push
very well played by RSY. I'm really impressed in how he just dealt with all these pushes from Chusik, because he was really knocking on the door, but
actually,
really well
interestingly enough, the Ottoman player gathered more resources throughout this entire game.
Really?
Trading posts are a really good unit.
It's interesting. Interesting how RSY won then, because the Aegis guns are such a good unit. Yeah, very interesting game, actually. It was really close.
Well, if you look at the military population graph, you can kind of see what happened. The Ottoman player just took 3 really bad fights.
Yeah, it was just a very, very nice traps of RSY just under the town center. He just, I think once with the sentry badge, once with the regular badge, and also with the Ottoman Minutemen, he also got a very nice...
And like, it wasn't quite a trap, but the Tiger Claws also were at a very opportune time.
Yeah, so he did really well. And he takes the lead.
Yeah, RSY playing pretty well that game. They're showing that he's definitely not to be underestimated.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if he can do it again.
Yeah, he did say that India is his main civ, so maybe he might not be as comfortable as another civ, because he does have to change here, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. Chusik may be a little bit more familiar with different civs as well. Who has
the first pick, actually? I don't remember.
RSY has to pick first.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Okay. That would make sense. I like this RSY guy. He plays Asian civs.
Yeah, he's going for China. We have the expected British from Chusik.
Ah, is that expected?
Yeah, kind of. I think Chusik plays mainly British and Ottoman. Maybe French as well, a little bit.
Boo, French, boo! Nerf! Nerf!
He decides to go with British, so he makes you happy, I think.
British I appreciate.
Yeah, it's actually another interesting matchup. There's people have very different opinions about this. Who wins this? I think in general people think British is a little bit better, but not everyone agrees.
RSY checking the patch notes again, making sure he remembers what Civ Brits actually is.
Yeah, he's gonna check again, and he thinks, okay, I'm ready to go. Don't think Brits really changed in the patch. Why they made it strong.
This is a best of 3, by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. This is not the elimination stage anymore. This is still from the group placements. So this is only a best of 3. But we do have in the top right of Tibet, playing in the color blue as China, RSY, currently up a game. His opponent in the bottom left side of the map, in the color teal as British, is Chusik. The Brits, like in real life, encroaching upon the Chinese territory.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Chinese can hold them off, or if they will be forced to sell tea for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I'm wondering what approach Chusik is going to take. I think usually people will mess up a little bit with British and then just try to punish China from aging up. But I think you can also play even slower than that. I don't really know. But I'm really curious to see how he's going to tackle the likely Chinese FF.
You don't believe in the colonial China Stepper Rider Chukunu push?
Well, you could, of course, but I think especially versus British, it's not really the best idea, I think. But maybe...
Are you saying that Stepper Riders do in fact lose to Musketeers?
Maybe. We'll have to see.
That's an interesting theory you have there.
Yeah.
I believe you might be correct, because the Musketeer unit has a multiplier against the Stepper Riders.
Yeah, but
and in no way does it have to matter that Stepper Riders are also kind of bad units.
Yeah. By the way, there's already something interesting, because we see a training post from Chusik with British. So maybe he's going to do some Virginia Company stuff.
Ooh, I do love me some
really
VC.
Hard. Obviously, you can afford this versus China. You can like boom really hard. You can be pretty sure that China is not going to hurt you early on. So he's maybe going to use that.
China getting a lot of yaks as expected, though. Very nice.
Yeah. That's really nice for them. They get a bonus, of course, because they fatten on their villages.
Yeah, it's not quite as fast as a livestock ban, but hey, every bit helps.
Yeah, it's a nice bonus.
We do have VC in the deck for the Brit player, so there is definitely the chance of that happening. We do see 3 settlers coming out. China has nothing out of the ordinary. The refugees is the only H1 shipment he has, so I would be very surprised if we don't see a 3 villages and then the northern refugees.
Yeah, by the way, they both get a very nice wood treasure. RSY has the 85 wood and Chusik has the 90 wood. Chusik also has 40 wood, so he's a little bit ahead. And,
yeah, both these civs really appreciate wood treasures.
Yeah.
Brit player will be the first to click up the colonial, as expected, of course. China delaying the age up a little bit by going for the second village in order to get the 3 villager shipment from northern refugees.
Yeah, just standard stuff there for China.
7 yaks to 3 though, very nice. Or, oh, 7 yaks to 4! There is still some contention going on here.
Yeah.
The Brit player did send a second H1 shipment, so we will be seeing Virginia Company.
Yeah, most likely.
It is, of course, the card that makes manor houses cheaper, allowing the Brit player to boom by... Why did the China player just delete all his villagers?
Oh my god, he deleted all his villages instead of the cows. He wanted to delete cows, I think, or one of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wanted to kill the cows.
Yeah, he wanted to kill 1 cow, and he
That
killed...
is a real shame.
Yeah,
I don't think we are allowed to call for a rehost in this. I'm not sure.
I don't think we can, actually, because it's just... I'll kill 7 as well. That would be crazy.
That would be... Okay.
Some crazy shenanigans going on, but...
well...
I don't... How many it was?
Sure. Units lost.
I'm pretty sure we cannot allow a rematch for this. It's just a mistake, and mistakes happen. But maybe if Chusik agrees, then we can. But I don't know.
9.
Maybe we should contact somebody over this if they can even restart it, because that would probably be better if they both delete 9 bills. I don't know. We should probably ask.
Are you ready?
Where is Comet K?
We don't really replay. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I think it's perfectly allowed if Chusik deletes 9 vills.
Yeah, I do think that the rehost is better than both players just deleting 9 vills, though, if it's allowed.
Like 4 minutes? 4 minutes, thing.
It's like both players are going to Colonial, but they have like 9 vills less, so they can't even do anything. If opponent agrees, then it's fine, but he's entitled to the win. Okay.
Okay, so it's up to Chusik, right? He disagrees. All right. So he can either take the win. No, he didn't win yet, of course. So we will have to play it out regardless.
Are you ready?
Okay, so they will play.
So they will just play with him having deleted 9 villagers.
Yeah, Chusik actually deleted bills. He actually did it.
Yeah.
The crazy stuff going on.
Well,
but I think this is still a lot better for British, because deleting vills for British is of course not good, but you can get them back really fast. China can only make one at a time, so...
I mean, you say that, but at the moment Chusik has 2 villagers gathering wood.
Yeah, true, but he's making already some houses. Look at them.
Yeah. Oh
Crazy.
my god.
It's actually insane.
Actually, I mean, to be fair, at least China can build villagers while aging up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Chusik
By the way,
is
this
already
China
up.
age up is super late. Just
Yeah,
pointing that
Chusik is
out.
already up.
I don't know what to do here. I don't think anyone knows what to do here. Should have watched some China recording.
Okay, so this turned out to be a very weird game.
Of
but,
somebody that deletes 9 films.
But
Wait,
look,
he's
now
actually
the
coming to
700
White
wood is
Pagoda.
back.
What the hell?
Yeah, 700 wood here for Chusik, so that's gonna mean a lot of bills. And China has 10. He has 50 now.
China is disciple rushing, I think.
Yeah, he's making a forward village actually, but it's gonna get scouted immediately. So, not sure if it worked. Look, there goes the barracks for Chusik as well.
This game is so messed up.
Yeah, it's the White Pagoda. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be some kind of disciple rush. Probably he's gonna send all shipments in a row. Probably the Chukunu and the 9 pikes and the Stepper
Don't
Rider.
forget the very important first shipment of this build, which is the 7 Stepper Rider.
Yeah, actually, if they
Wait,
pop
did he
out
forget
really
to swap
soon.
his... Yeah, he forgot to swap his shipment point.
Who did that?
Oh my god, look at the eco population.
Yeah, Chusik now, of course, with the Virginia Company is gonna be way ahead.
Yeah. Musketeers already in queue.
Yeah.
Okay, bets open in chat. Do you think Chusik will get a full batch of Musketeers? He probably will. Yeah, he has a full batch, okay. Only barely, though.
Yeah, this was so bad for China. Like 9 vills for China is worth so much more than for British.
Mm. Oh my god.
He's
What do you even do here? Do you ship Chukunus? I guess you have to.
Yeah.
Go, disciples, go! I believe. Oh, okay, Stepper
Stepper Riders. You could catch these musks actually. That's a good trade probably. I think. Yeah, I think this is a good trade.
If he micros it well, he shouldn't lose too many Stepper Rider.
Yeah, that's a good trade, but does it matter though? 5 more musks. I don't know.
Depends on how soon the Shokunus arrive.
Yeah, they should be on the way. He had 2 consecutive shipments.
I think the monk is training more disciples.
Yeah, I think. But why is he doing it over there? He's taking damage.
Oh,
yeah, there are
there's
the
the Shokunus. I mean, actually, China is decently ahead in military here. If he can siege down that barracks, he could maybe do something here, but...
Well, Chusik has already doubled his economic unit population, and we are 8 minutes in the game, so that's pretty ridiculous.
Oh, he got a free disciple!
But these trades are very good for China, but I don't think it's going to matter, honestly, because...
By the way, China doesn't even have a military production building yet.
Yeah, this is not going to matter. And 5 more mosques popping out. Those step riders will drop really fast.
He needs to get some more free disciples.
But I kind of get the feeling that RSY didn't really care about this game anyway. Like, he wanted to play with India.
Well, is there a Civ reset in the best of 3?
Yeah, there is, I think. I think after this game there's a Civ reset.
I'm not sure if Group Stage has a reset, to be honest.
I can check. Well, we will check after this game. And RSY already calling it. Yeah, and he resigns. Yeah, some crazy game, but to be fair, RSY already lost it with the Deville delete.
Yeah, that was...
Even though Chusik also deleted them, it was still such a big disadvantage for him. It didn't really matter.
Sure, yeah. Oh my god, that drop in military population.
They had fun though, so that's good. And Chusik tying the series up.
Okay, yeah, there is a Civ reset after game 2, okay. So he can't play India again.
Yeah, so most likely he will do that. Maybe we'll see a copy of the first game. I don't know what the third map is. So they are just chatting about. Yeah, so a very weird game.
Just waiting for the lobby to be made here.
Yeah, Chusik just hosted.
Oh, there we go. What's the final map? I'm never deleting Yaks again. It's definitely a risk. I mean, if you misclick, it's very painful. I do think Chusik has to pick first, though, right?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, it saves like, what, 3 melee hits or something from the villager?
Well, yeah, to be fair, I've also deleted my villagers instead of something like a livestock once in my life, but fortunately for me it didn't happen in a tournament game. Stuff like that happens. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, they don't actually have to agree on matchup. Like, Chusik has to pick first here.
Let's see. Grand Chaco is banned by Chusik. RSY vetoed High Plains. So we will have... We have Hudson Bay.
Ooh, I like Hudson Bay.
So funny.
Yeah, so Hudson Bay is actually quite a good map for India. So RSY will be happy about that.
Is it? Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I think Hudson Bay in general is just a good map.
Yeah, it's a great map. It's also good for the war chief saves because there are some crazy treasures.
I wonder if Azamk has ever done the Japan shipment thingy where you double treasures on this map.
Chusik says, I can't not play Otto now. Okay. So this might be a copy of the first game. Most likely.
Just lost to a giant trash can.
His unit didn't attack, that's so unfortunate.
It looks like we might have some sort of treasure contention.
I love this taunt pack, it's hilarious.
Yeah, and RSY already RSY knows it.
Oh. Felt chill for me.
Yeah, that's the auto player feeling, of course. Civilization. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I mean,
I need wood.
I do feel like on this map, India could do quite well against Ottoman. You just go on what? Actually, it's not guaranteed. Actually, the vertical line is 3, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. He goes for Portuguese. Interesting. Or, well, does he? So, no India. He didn't really like that first game, even though he played so well and he won it.
Yeah, I think that on this map, like, if you do a mild investment onto water as India, you should be able to handle Ottoman quite well.
Yeah, it's difficult though because you're going to be under a lot of pressure, so it's going to be really hard to mix in the water eco as well. As you saw previous game, he had lots of trouble. He also had to send the TC card. Stay alive. So
yeah, if he picks port here and it's the vertical trade route, he's basically fucked, right?
Yeah, probably because he's gonna lose his training post very easy.
Yeah.
But he's gonna go with India after all, so he doesn't stick with ports.
I do hope he makes some fishing boats.
Yeah, but I really doubt it. I really doubt that he's gonna do that.
Why?
It's really risky also versus Ottoman, and if you don't practice it, then it's gonna be really hard to pull off.
I don't mean like for dock boom. I just mean instead of the wood trickle, you ship the dock card and you make like.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could do that, but it's still like a bit risky, I feel. Also, because maybe
like caravels or something, or.
Yeah, and your dock is a bit far from your trading post, so Ottoman can siege it.
You mean town center, probably, right? Or what?
RSY asks me if the map has water flags on both snow and grass versions.
Yes.
It does, right?
Yes.
It should, at least. Do you like Dutch better? I like how they are just talking about it. Like if they...
I think, technically speaking, he's not allowed to switch. He's locked in Ottomans.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he did ask you if there's water shipment points, that seems like a very straightforward question as to what he wants to do as well.
Yeah, maybe he will actually go for the water play here.
I will feel really bad now if there is no water shipment point. But I'm 99.99% sure there is. Yeah, there it is. There's water
Yeah,
flags.
there are.
However,
So,
this is the final game in this best of 3 on Hudson Bay, on the right side of the map, in the color teal, as the Ottomans, Chusik. On the left side of the map, in the color red, playing again as his main civ, the Indians, RSY.
yeah.
Oh, and we see a trapped beaver worth 40 coins.
Yeah, apparently we had a donation from Noble Kabyle, if I pronounced that right. So thank you very much for the donation.
Immediate trade post from the Ottoman player.
Yeah, fairly standard stuff. So just the trading post right away. And RSY is looking for some good treasures. Yeah, it might be a copy of the first game, but of course RSY RSY admitted that he had a very difficult time in the first game, so he might
Don't forget to build house.
Yeah, RSY might try a different approach in this game and maybe use the water, but of course, we don't know. Let's see. Does he have water shipments, or he didn't pick it that way?
I mean, if you go on water, you kind of want to keep it hidden for as long as possible, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and there's such an OP treasure here. 150 coin for 3 wolves.
Oh,
so
wow.
good.
Yeah, that's 50 coin per wolf. That's quite good.
Yeah, it's really easy to take with India as well, but Chusik also scouted it, so that's why RSY decides not to go for it right now. But he could actually do that because Chusik is quite far away.
Ooh, 100 wood though. That is definitely also something he's in the market for, especially if he does decide to go for water. Hasn't picked deck yet.
It's also a big treasure for India, but those polar bears, they are a little bit awkward to take because you cannot really finish them before the stun ends. So you will take a lot of damage. Well, a lot. You will take some damage from them, I think. Yeah, there we go. They're gonna hit them.
Yeah, it's not going to be too bad though. Like each polar bear is hitting a different explorer as well, so.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's stun.
That is also a very nice shipment, though. Oh, and he has picked the deck, and what? There is no East India man. There is, however, a marathon with 6 Tuggies.
He could do some crazy stuff with the Tuggies.
What?
But, yeah.
Why does he have exotic hardwoods? That seems like a weird shipment choice.
Yeah, maybe it's just like a late game card. I don't know. It's just he had a spot left.
Yeah, but surely Chonindu is just better than exotic hardwoods, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Chonindu is eco theory for those who might not be familiar with the Asian civs.
And he's gonna get the 150 coin, by the way, so that's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, India takes that really quickly, right?
Well, with the coin crate and the 150 coin...
Oh my god, no!
You can spend those Tuggies really easily. They only cost 500 coins, so... That might really be his plan.
I wanna know what his plan is with that marathon. I want to know the plan.
Yeah, it could be... If Chusik doesn't expect it, I don't really know how good these units actually are.
I don't know how good these units are.
They're pretty good, right? I don't really know.
Aren't they like they are the pirates with the gun, right? That goes like pew pew.
Yeah, but are they really good against Abyss guns though? I doubt
it.
Those Abyss probably will beat them very easily. So
if he
I don't
could
know.
Take this, that would be really nice.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know if he can though, because it's the polar bears again. That sucks for India.
Yeah, for sure.
He's gonna take a trading post. Look at this.
You definitely want to be H2, right? I guess he's expecting Stagecoach.
Yeah, he could, and he wants to profit from that as well.
I mean, like trading posts are always good, right? So.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think his plan is to have a Tuggy Tiger Claw timing push?
I don't know if you can do both of them. He does have quite a few bills on coin though, and not many on food. He does have 2 on food, only has 7 on coin, so he's definitely gonna send some crazy shipment, I think.
Yeah. And we do have a forward barracks from the Ottoman player.
Yeah, just the same as last game. He's probably gonna add the artillery foundry after.
Yeah.
It's just Chusik does the exact same BO as the last game, I think.
I do think it's a shame that RSY didn't go for the East India man though.
Yeah. I don't know if it would have worked, but it would be interesting to see. And yeah, he has 500 coin right now, so he. Well, he didn't spend it on a shipment. He shipped something else. But he cancelled that. Maybe he's gonna do it still.
By the way, one reason I feel like these players should go on water is because the winner of this match has to play Kinesi. And we all know what that guy likes to do.
Yeah, Kinesi would for sure use the water here.
Oh, and we do see Stagecoach, so RSY just getting some free benefit from that until the Ottoman player sieges down that TP.
Yeah, and he just sent a shipment that cost 500 coins, so he's definitely has something on the way.
What is he? Is he just going to raid with the Tuggies? What's his plan?
Well, the Tuggies will be fine against the Janissaries, but the Abyss gun, I think the Abyss guns will just kill them, right? Does that really work?
I don't know.
They also have like a very awkward animation, shooting animation, and the Abyss guns have such an efficient animation. They just shoot instantly and can walk back. I don't even know if these things can actually hit them.
Oh my god, Tuggies. Oh.
He has 1 Gurkha badge, and he had a 1 Gurkha badge, I think. Or did he lose some? I don't know. Did he lose?
No, Linus lost that. Oh, it is the marathon with the Tuggies.
Yeah, he gets also those boats. I don't really know what those do.
Oh, it's 3 marathons. They are boats with 220 hit points with a 16 ranged attack.
Yeah, but
that's pretty much what they do.
They cannot really touch anything.
These Tuggies have a 45 range attack with a ×2 against heavy infantry.
Yeah, but Abyss guns have that as well. No, they don't have a ×2, right? Do they have a ×2? No.
No, but they do siege attack, right? So.
Yeah.
Which is
those Abyss guns are quite almost as good as those things. And he's targeting the Explorer. That's a little bit of a miss micro, maybe.
What the
Would have
hell?
liked to take out some Janissaries.
Oh, and the first Tuggy is already dead.
No, that was the first one is dead now, and the second as well.
Yeah, that animation takes so long.
Yeah, they're a little bit awkward.
Oh, he's even running in a stable now to deal with them.
They have quite good stats, but it's just the Abyss guns are so good. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
5 more Abyss guns.
And these are 100 coin each, basically, right?
Yeah, and how is he gonna deal with all these units from Ottoman?
Yeah.
And these boats, they're quite useless. They're just doing nothing. They're just...
Yeah, unless he fights at the shore somehow.
Can they not gather resources?
I believe the marathons can fish, yeah, but it's like really bad. They have
it's really slow.
They have like another negative multiplier, but they gather slower than normal fishing boats.
Yeah, they're really slow. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, and there goes the stable up again. And he called Minutemen, by the way. I don't know why. That's a bit of a waste.
Oh.
Maybe he realized it now. He didn't by accident. Oh, he forgot about them. Yeah, and his trading post is being sieged down, and
yeah,
this looks really, really bad for RSY actually.
Yeah, I don't like. Why didn't he go on water? I don't get it. Like, it would be so nice to have a dock here making boats.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate because he played so well in the first game. He deserves like a close series because of that, but it's not really close.
Yeah, he's getting a nice catch on these Janissaries here, though. But
yeah, but he's gonna get trapped, I think, by these Hussars. That's
yeah.
8 of them. That's a lot.
Unfortunate. Oh well, I mean there is some sour in the back here that might kill some Abyss, but yeah, the Janissary shielding for them nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, and RSY calling the GG.
Unfortunate game.
Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out, but it was kind of...
I mean, you have to appreciate the effort, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he expected it to work himself. Maybe he just wanted to... Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
he
realize
did,
that the geese had that animation. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It's unfortunate. But still, against... Even if they didn't have the animation, I don't know if this would have worked, because the Abyss guns are kind of the same. And it's just such a big investment, right? It's 500 coin plus a shipment. It's so much. Yeah. You also get like 3 useless boats. I don't really know. You also pay for them, I think.
Yeah, you do.
But we had a very good first game, and the other 2 were a little bit less. Of course, they were entertaining, but they weren't that close or competitive.
Yeah, the first game was great, though.
Yeah, the first game was really, really nice and really well played by RSY. So Chusik